In this video, I'm going to share 8 tips to help you build positive relationships with the people that you work with. Tip number 1, be visible. Every morning, I make it a habit to visit every teacher's classroom, not only just to check in on the students, but to check in on the teachers too. So I smile, I greet them, and I ask them if they need anything first thing in the morning. This is something that I do consistently every morning, and it makes a positive impact on the teachers that I work with. Just for them to see your smiling face and know that you're available if they ever need anything. Tip number 2, respect their time. Teachers are very busy, so I really avoid, if possible, scheduling any type of meeting or anything during their planning time. Now what I do is sometimes I'll check in on them on a planning time. I'll just stop in and say, hey, how are you doing? But I try very hard to respect their time because I know that they don't get a whole lot of time to themselves. So there will be times when you do have to schedule a meeting during their planning time, but I always check with them first to see which day that they're available, and then I schedule things around their availability. Also, if you do have to schedule a meeting, be sure to be on time. Tip number 3, have an open door policy. So I make sure that my office is a warm and welcoming environment for anyone who comes in. So I have a little candy bowl that I have on top of my desk and anyone's available to get some. And I also go to Sam's and I get those little tiny water bottles and I have those available. So if the teacher comes to my office and wants to talk about a student or a concern they're having, I try my hardest to make the time to speak with them. With that, I also make sure that I have comfortable seating available for them because there are going to be times when people just drop in your office unexpectedly. Tip number 4, seek and value their input. I send out needs assessments to students and I also send out needs assessments to staff. I ask them questions like what professional development, trainings, or resources will make your job easier as a teacher. I also ask them about specific interventions for students. So I send out about 5 questions just so it's not a really long or daunting task to have to read, and I don't make really long emails because again, I value their time. I'll send out a shout out emails to the teachers who do it first, kind of get the ball rolling so other teachers be like, oh wow, he noticed that Miss Applebottom Jeans completed the survey first, now I need to go on and do it. On top of sending out needs assessments, I also send out mid-year evaluations around December or January just to get the teachers' input on the programs, interventions, and events that I've already hosted to see if there's things that I need to tweak or things that I need to change or things that will make it easier for everyone around. Tip number 5, be dependable, organized, and professional. Whenever you attend any meeting, whether that's a grade level team meeting, individual teacher, or even a family conference, be sure to take extensive notes and follow up and follow through. If there's a resource or something that you promised that you were going to share with the teachers, be sure to share that in a timely manner. Also, I would encourage you to respond to any emails or communication from teachers or staff within a 24 to 48 hour period. Tip number 6 is one of my favorites, give them breaks. So I walk the halls at times when I don't have as much to do, and I just check in on teachers to see if they need like a restroom break or if they need to go take care of something that they need to do really quickly. This means so much to teachers because they often don't have time to go to the restroom. And if you can proactively ask them, do they need a restroom break? They are absolutely going to love you and want to do anything they can to help and support your program. Tip number 7, explain your role carefully. So I always make sure that I share a presentation about my role as a school counselor, and I usually do this during summer PD or in-service. So I meet with each grade level and I share a very brief presentation. I share some hobbies, fun facts about myself, and then I explain my role. This is a great time to explain how to reach out if they need support, share things that you plan on doing for the school year as far as interventions and events and programs, all of that stuff to make them feel comfortable and know who you are as the school counselor. Another thing that I share during that presentation and that meeting with teachers is I let them know that I will be coming into their classrooms often to visit and observe students, but I assure them that I am not coming in there to observe them or their classroom practices or anything like that because I don't want to build that relationship where they feel stressed anytime that I enter the building. Teachers are already getting evaluated by their appraiser, their assistant principal, or whoever is in the building doing that, and I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable whenever I come into the classroom because I'm not coming there to observe their instructional practices. I'm simply visiting the student to observe them in their natural state. So you have to be very, very clear and intentional with letting them know that in the beginning so they feel comfortable letting you in the classroom. Tip number 8, write them positive notes. So whenever I come into a classroom, I always have a packet of sticky notes in my pocket. I try my hardest to write them a really simple note or a positive affirmation that I share with them just to encourage them. Sometimes you'll see them have a really great lesson or a positive interaction with a student and you just want to write them a note and saying, I see you, I really applaud your efforts and things like that. That makes them feel really comfortable and it really warms their heart. Comment below, what was your favorite tip from this video? How do you plan on building relationships with the staff in your building? And if you got value from this, please like this video. Not only does it help me understand what things you all need, but it also tells YouTube that my content is valuable. And please check out this playlist on the screen. It's my new school counselor success playlist. It has tons of tips to help you be successful this school year and prepare for this role.